All right, this is a suggestion via channel member. Let's jump into it. Let's do it, guys.
I'm glad that I'm able to welcome you to ISU, Charlie. Thank you for coming out.
Okay.
So I'll start off by saying I am a liberal. That's just who I am. That's what I believe.
Okay.
And I spend a lot of time studying conservative and Republican values, and it's just not for me, but I understand where it comes from. My major problem is what I feel is blatant hypocrisy and contradictions, specifically from yourself.
Okay.
For example, a couple weeks ago, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett called Governor Abbott Governor Hot Wheels.
Right.
And yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. I didn't agree with that. And obviously you didn't either. You went on X. You said this woman is trash.
Right.
But I would never take it that far. But on November 24th, 2015, Donald Trump mocked a disabled reporter, Serge Kowalski.
Okay.
He flailed his arms, made fun of his voice, and made fun of his face. And I looked up and down your X account. I couldn't find a single tweet calling him trash for that.
Okay. Yeah, guys, you should have followed me because I definitely did. All right. Like, understand this here. I'm not really in the camp of making fun of people's disabilities, specifically if they have no ability to actually, control it, right? But then understand this here. Let me show you how my opinion can absolutely evolve with new information. Trump never said that. And if I recall properly, the guy who allegedly was made fun of then said, nah, he wasn't making fun of me. All right, so understand, with new information, you have the ability to kind of see things a little bit differently. Make sure you're that same person, okay?
You called Elon Musk a genius. I looked at his X account. He uses what's considered the R word over 14 times in just the year 2024 alone. He actually posted it again this morning, talking about the trade advisor guy. And again, you worship that guy. So I want to know why you hold the left and Democrats to different standards than you do the right and Republicans.
Well, first, I worship Jesus Christ. I don't worship Trump or anyone. But yeah, fair enough. I understand what you're saying. There's a lot to unpack there. So, first, what does your shirt say? I'm curious.
Oh, it says rigged election.
Blue Steel.
Shout out Zoolander.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's a funny
was the
shirt,
last election
guys.
rigged? I'm curious.
This 2024?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay, got it. No. So that fair enough. So you're asking, first of all, Trump never mocked a New York Times reporter. It's just been disproven like 10 times. The reporter himself even said that Trump didn't do that.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you're trying to find hypocrisy because Jasmine Crockett made fun of the fact that the governor of Texas can't walk. That is trash, by the way. A tree fell on this guy while he was going for a jog, and now he's in a wheelchair, and she makes fun of that. I think that's trashy behavior, right?
Yeah, it is, and I agree with you. But he did mock the reporter. Anybody can go to TikTok right now. It's on video.
Again, this has been literally.
It was on every major media news outlet. Again, you can look it up.
This is
call that the Democrat brain.
10 years old. I mean, you were like 8 when this happened, probably, right? Yeah.
I think I was 9. Just answer the question, bro.
Oh, okay.
He didn't mock the reporter. The reporter himself came out and said that Donald Trump was not mocking me. Okay.
You can see the video.
Again, this is like a decade-old hoax. And by the way, do you got anything more recent that we can talk about than something that Trump said at a rally in 2015?
Yeah.
A decade ago.
Okay. Over the past couple of years, Donald Trump went on his Truth Social and he would always mock Joe Biden's stutter. Joe Biden had it he had a stutter. Like that was just.
Do you think Joe Biden was all mentally there throughout his presidency?
No, I don't. But he's had a stutter his whole life. And are you going to make fun of him because he's not mentally there?
Outside of the stutter, Donald Trump never made fun of the stutter. He made fun of the fact that Joe Biden was not mentally capable to be president of the United States, and we were lied to about it for 4 years. Who signed these executive orders? That's what he was making fun of. And honestly, not even making fun of. It was a sad moment in America when our own president didn't know what door to walk through, where they literally had to have tape on the ground saying, go this way and go this way. Where he had
not even just the tape. Bro had flashcards. Okay, like understand this here. All right. It was an absolute international embarrassment to have Joe Biden as our president. But okay.
He had to read a teleprompter, and he kept on saying, "Thank you very much. Stop speaking." I mean, you saw that debate. I saw that debate. Outside of making fun, it was a tragedy for America that we elected a quasi-brain-dead individual to be president of the United States.
Them.
Okay, but that had nothing to do with what my original question was, Charlie.
No one made fun of his stutter. I'm trying to actually, let me go back to something you said. You said you've studied Republicans and conservatives a lot. Why don't you
the policy?
Why don't you tell me what we believe?
You want to limit spending. You want to limit government spending. Essentially, in theory, run the government like a business. Try to make money and profit off of it.
What else? That's one of many things. Just I want to try to make sure at least we can have clarity.
He doesn't. He
about
has
what
no
we
idea.
believe, right?
You play into religious traditional values a lot. The modern day Republicans have turned it into.
Think you're getting enough nutrition from your food?
Wait,
Think again.
no.
Right now, it takes
Hold on,
3
guys.
carrots to get the same nutrition as 1 carrot. Time to take back control of our nutrition.
Man versus woman, abortion is bad, all that stuff. You got a very interesting crowd here, man. That's pretty interesting.
Vivacious. So let me ask you a question. Out of all 50 states, there are some that are Republican, some that are Democrat. You as a liberal, if you had to point to a state that was the ideal, that is the best run state in the country, what state would you point to?
Well, I don't study states. I don't figure
No,
out
that's
Okay.
fair. But if you had to say a state that you think is doing things in alignment with your worldview, that is, doing a good job. If you had to pick 1 or 2 states, what would they be?
I'm perfectly content here in the state of Illinois. I think it's a nicely run state.
Illinois.
I love having a
It's run?
$15 minimum wage.
Pritzker?
Okay,
I appreciate that.
Fair enough. And
Oh,
we'll just
no.
disagree. If Illinois was so well run, why does it keep on losing population?
I don't think it is.
No,
It is.
It's a fact.
It is.
In the census,
Oh, my
Illinois
God.
lost well over a million
Illinois?
people the last decade. In fact, every 9.5 minutes, someone leaves the state of Illinois.
Who is it that's leaving though?
Young people that go to school at ISU.
No, it's
people-
Republicans.
Well-
how can you judge a Democrat state because Republicans don't like it?
Well, actually,
That's just common sense right there.
well, people of both
if I
parties
lived in
are
Alabama,
leaving.
I would hate living in Alabama, and I would want to leave Alabama.
Well, first of all,
Well-
the trend.
Well, that's a solid argument, technically, right? But Illinois is garbage. Alabama's a better state than Illinois, guys. I mean, I get it. Illinois has Chicago. But Chicago still has the south side of Chicago and the west side of Chicago, guys. So I don't know. Right? I'm kind of torn here. Right? But I still do not think that Illinois is being run amazingly. Right? Look at the current budget in Chicago.
trend of people leaving Illinois started well before. Actually, it started even when when Bruce Rauner was governor of the state. The trend was continuing. 1 million people over a decade. So as a liberal, I just want to have you, and by the way, it's not just Illinois, I want you to explain to me why so many people are leaving California, so many people are leaving Illinois, leaving New York, leaving New Jersey, and yet people are going to net increase to Arizona, to Texas, to Florida. Why is that?
I don't study that. I don't.
No, that's okay.
That's not what I
I mean,
came here
I
to
would
talk
say
about.
that's
But
probably
no, it's something to
important
think
for you
about
to know.
because as a liberal, maybe people are voting with their feet because states like Illinois and California and New York are so terribly run with high taxes and bloated pension systems and radical left-wing ideas. Outside of all the back and forth and the gotchas or whatever, getting down to the concrete issue, our worldview is so popular that millions of people are moving to states that share our worldview, where millions of people are leaving the states that share your worldview. Just based on that, we kind of can contest that our worldview is more popular and therefore closer to reality and actually right.
Thank you, Charlie.
Well, I wouldn't say your worldview is more popular. Trump didn't win majority of the votes in the popular vote.
Well, no, he did.
No, he won less than 50%.
Well,
more people voted for somebody else.
He won the
I'm not saying-
plurality
I'm not-
of the
I'm not-
electoral.
I'm not saying more people voted for Kamala
won the
than
popular
him, just
vote,
in
though.
total.
Yeah.
He did. Yes, he didn't win majority though.
Right, so just to be clear, winning a majority of the popular vote is incredibly unusual. Usually you win a plurality, not a majority, but he still won the plurality.
Yes,
he
he
won
did.
48%. He also won an electoral vote kind of landslide. Last question here. What do you think that conservatives get right? What do you think that we as conservatives, one thing you agree with from our perspective?
100% the taxes. I understand that completely, but I feel like we're taxing the wrong people. I'm a tax the rich kind of guy. That's just my thing.
What is your
Okay.
definition of what is rich?
Right. Let's start there.
More specifically, the top 1%.
Okay. So
okay.
if the 1% is taxed to such a great extent, why wouldn't they just leave? And then who's going to build our businesses, build our companies, and pay the exorbitant amount of taxes?
I'd leave. 1%.
Small
I'm
business
out.
owners.
Got it. So, again, I
thought you guys were the small business party.
No, we are, but at some point, just so you know, a large portion of the 1% are the ones that own ones that own the small businesses. You need both capital and labor. That's fine. I'll just say this in closing. I hope you keep on studying, keep on asking questions, and ask people in this audience, why they believe what they believe. And I want you to think more deeply over the next couple days, weeks, and years. If Democrat policies were so successful, if they were so great, people would be going out of their way to go to Democrat states. Instead, they're going out of their way to go to Republican states. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Can I get a hat?
Yeah.
I like souvenirs.
All right. It's definitely a souvenir. You're very polite. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, guys, listen. I like this. Right? I mean, this conversation did not feel like completely disjointed. It didn't feel like he was just talking for the sole purpose of just trying to get his point across. It seemed like he was trying to understand. But I do think that he did not really come to this debate with any type of like outside of the left knowledge base, at least, right? I really wish that more people would, instead of just immediately be saying, listen, I'm going to be a right winger or I'm going to be a left winger, more people sat in the middle so they could see things for what they actually are, right? Instead of getting sucked up in echo chambers. Guys, get out of these echo chambers. And I would say that Charlie is less in one than the guy who was, I guess, talking. If that makes any sense here, guys, right? I think Charlie had the ability to also comment on things on his side. He did, and also comment on things on the other side. I think that's kind of what's important here. There was a lot of information that this other guy here was dropping that you could tell that he has probably never watched anything other than CNN. Right? You can pretty much tell that. Like, his media is excessively echo chambered, and I do really wish that people would get out of this exact mentality here, bro. All right. Come back to the middle, guys. All right. It's okay. Come back to the moderate position. Don't lean too far left. Don't lean too far right, guys. Please, just so we can have a better understanding in the country, guys. Right? Because the last thing we need is like another civil kerfuffle, let's say. Right? The last thing we need is that. And I can say right now, they're gonna lose. Right? They're just gonna lose. These are the ones who are afraid of guns, guys. Not a single bit of training. Right? Not a single bit at all. But either way, listen, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. If you guys are newer, please like and subscribe. But in the meantime, I will catch you guys later.